Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Hope you had a great weekend. You know who this is, the real one, always 100, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with a main slate NBA video. Started off the day pretty good. Got a 334 on FanDuel. There you go. Just wish I would have went more, but it's a two-game slate, so always careful with those. But yeah, I'll take them where I can get them. Um, if you played Atlanta today, I am sorry because I did, and yeah. So Atlanta pretty much screwed up my whole slate. But that's DFS, right? We live, we learn. I played Hunter twice this year, and both times Hunter has gotten under 5 fantasy points. Under 5 fantasy points. That is, what are you doing in the NBA if you can't even? Oh my God. Oh, don't make me go on a rant already in the beginning of the video. But guys, if you're new, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. My views, my subscriptions, everything right now is just through the roof. So I have you to thank. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys keep doing, I'll keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll keep continuing to get this bread, right? So what we're looking at here is Draft Dashboard, the best optimizer on the planet, hands down. You yourself can have it. $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below, and it's all yours. All right. You guys know I use it for all my videos, for all my research. You get access to all my saved lineups, all my watch players, the NBA cheat sheet, because if you can't win, cheats. Shout out to Jesse the Body Ventura for that saying. It's got the best locks, best mid-tier, best value. Got everything, guys. Draft dashboard is the best. All right. You don't need that fantasy crunch or whatever horse shit that is. Nah, this is where it's at right here. All right. So first thing we do is we go over injuries. So let's see, grab a pen, paper, pencil, because we're going to go through the slate and we're going to break it down. I'm not just going to give you a couple of players and say, just play because of this or that. No, we're going to break it down. All right. So strap in. Let's do this shit. So LeBron James is probable. Raj is questionable. He's only relevant if AD and LeBron both miss anyway. Bagley's going to play. So we don't know if he's going to have a minutes restriction. So we got to stay tuned for that Fantasy Labs news. Bogdanovic from Sacramento is out. Holmes is out. So it looks like Sacramento's going to be spread thin again. Corey Joseph is questionable. Harrison Barnes is probable, like it matters. Hassan Whiteside looks like he's back. He's back. So no more of that baloney center. Who the hell was it? Was it Tolliver? Yeah, Tolliver filled in for him last time. Noel's still out. Dice is probable. So Siakam came back today, but it didn't really make a difference. It just made that slate a whole lot harder. So that's the injuries, guys. So let's get into it. Like I always say, this is done the night before. So the injuries can and will change. You best believe your ass. They will be totally changed by tomorrow. So this is more or less a first look, but by the end of all the injuries and stuff, I always come back and find myself coming back to this, coming back to the video I showed to you guys on my picks, and I play them anyway. So, because when you get caught up in all that, what I call noise, which is you get sucked in by this value, right? This person's out, so this 3-1 person's going to fill in. Automatically, you're like, oh my God, that's great value. I'm going to plug them in. They go out there, they get you a fucking 10. All right. That's what happens. So you got to train yourself to kind of, like I call the noise, right? If that person's out and there's a 3-1 person filling in or even a 3-5, I don't know if it's worth it, guys. I really don't know if it's worth it. I think we just stick to what we know. Like I said yesterday, DeMar DeRozan, he went out there and fucking killed it today. You stick with those DeMar DeRozans out there, these 30-point player people, and you should be fine. So that's where you mess up. That's where I mess up is you start buying into all the value out there, and then the value is bad value. Nine times out of 10, it's bad value. So keep that in mind. Um, what else was there before we get into it? I think that was what I wanted to pretty much present and kind of like because this season's been different from every other season. If you played DFS for a little bit, you know what I'm talking about. It's just been weird, but we learn as we go, just like life, you know. So that's why we're here. That's why we're going to do this together, and we're going to break this down, and we're going to take it slate by slate. And we can't win them all, but you know what? We can win most of them. All right, we got the edge because we can all do this together. So off the top, we got LeBron James at 9.5. So you're getting LeBron under 10K, which I love. Going up against his former team, Cleveland. I mean, it was years ago, so who cares, right? I don't think it really. I think that's the whole revenge narrative thing is gone by now. But I just like him because he's under 10K. He's $1,200 more on FanDuel. I think DraftKings got my message. I really do. I think they fired whoever was doing their pricing before, and they got someone in. I'm not going to take credit for it, but damn, I put a lot of heat on him for it. Um, Last time I played Cleveland, he got a 63. That's great. So not a bet. You're going to rarely see LeBron under 10K. And here you go. You get him at 10K. The only thing is you got to worry about a blowout. Because that's what the Lakers do, especially to teams like Cleveland and stuff like that. But it is the NBA, so you never know. Rested last game, so he's fully healthy, fully rested. So he'll be ready to roll. So get him in there, guys, at 9.5. And again, he's $1,200 more on FanDuel. Next up, I got Zach LaVine because it's Zach LaVine, guys. And Zach LaVine, whenever he's under 9K, we're going to roll him out. Going up against Boston. Now, Boston is ranked third in the league against point guards, but, all right, he's only 8.5, under 9K. Like I just said, he's $300 cheaper on FanDuel. Look at his done against Boston. Last two games against Boston, a 53 and a 56. So at 8.5, you're getting someone who's going to get 50 or more fantasy points. That's someone you're going to get for a 10K or 11K player. So Zach LaVine is in a really good spot. He will be low owned because he always is. All right. Next up, again, way too cheap. Ben Simmons. Why is he only 8.2? I don't know, but I'm not going to complain. No Joel Embiid. So he benefits. I think he benefits the most, guys. I just really do. Going up against Indy. Now, Indy is tough, but they're not too tough on guards, guys. They're only ranked 16th in the league against guards. He's gotten a 36, a 52, a 31, 34, and a 40. So nothing really to write home about except for that 152. But maybe these are games that Joel Embiid was in, right? So it's a whole different story. And Ben Simmons this year has just been crazy good. 43, 35, a 50, a 77, and a 36 in his last five. So I love Ben Simmons at 8.2. Next up, De'Aaron Fox is almost a lock for me at 7.4. So he's part of that 30-point club I'm talking about. When you're rostering your rosters, you're making your lineups. I call them your masterpieces, your pieces of art, because they should be unique. You made them. And when you sit back and look at them, you're going to be proud of them. Win or lose, right? So I have this thing called the 30-point club. So that is, if you're rostering this person, are they going to get you 30 or more fantasy points? Are you 100% confident? Now, it is DFS. You don't know if they are or not, but more than likely they will. So instead of going stars and scrubs, which isn't working this year, this 30-point system seems to be working out just fine. Just stay away from Atlanta players, all right, and you'll be good. Excuse me, I got to readjust here. My legs are falling asleep. Okay, that's better. So De'Aaron Fox is only 7.4. He's $200 more on FanDuel. Got a 56 last game, 44-38. Sacramento's already banged up. So more shots for De'Aaron Fox. I know Bagley's going to be back, but probably on a minutes limit, I'm assuming. Orlando's tough defensively, but Sacramento's plays very slow. Very, very slow. It's like watching paint dry. 56, 44, 38, 30, and a 60. De'Aaron Fox is a lock for me at 7.4. Should be about probably 20% on, guys. Next up, Kemba Walker is only 7.2. That's just, he's an 8K player. So we'll take the savings. He's $200 cheaper on FanDuel, going up against the number one defense when it comes to point guards, Boston. But, big but, a lot of big butts in this video, right? Look at his history against them. 65, 6'5", 50. Sorry, against Chicago. Sorry. 65, 50, 41. No one knew that Chicago was so good against guards. I did because whenever I play guards against them, they don't do well. So Kemba Walker against Chicago, he gets out of bed to play them. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's got a personal vendetta, but 65 and a 50 and a 41 in his last three. Yes. I'm not the biggest Kemba Walker fan, but in this matchup, I absolutely am at 7-2. Usage rate with Boston this year has been crazy. He's picked up his game since his Charlotte days, so I'm liking this year's Kemba. Next up, we got CP3, only 6'6", 100 draft dashboard ranking, which means draft dashboard thinks you can't get a better score than that. So they love this play here. So do I. Going up against Minnesota, who you don't know if they're going to show up that day or not. One day they'll blow out a good team. The next day they'll get blown out by the Warriors, right? CP3, he is $300 more on FanDuel. Going up against Minnesota, another one, he has a vendetta against Minnesota. 50 and a 55 the last 2 times he's played them. He's picked up his game this year also, 36, 42, 45, 39, and he had a 25, which is rare. So at 6'6", Chris Paul, CP3, get him in your lineups, guys, because with that history against Minnesota, if he gets a 50 burger at 6'6", it's over, right? He should be low 0-2. Next up is teammate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 6'3". If you had to choose between the two, I would definitely take Chris Paul. It's only a $300 difference. He's $400 more on FanDuel. But if you can't, you know how freaking rosters go. You're like $300 away from this person or that person. If you got room for Shai Gill, throw him in there. I wouldn't play the two together because they kind of cancel each other out. But Shai Gill's always in play at 6'3", part of that 30-point club, guys. 38, 31. He won't get you under 30 fantasy points. Hasn't done it in his last 5 games, all 30s. Oh, wait, he got a 28. Sorry. It still counts as a 30 in my book. 6'3", Shai Gill. But out of the two, CP3 all the way. Next up, Dennis Schroeder. Same team. I know I'm loving these OKC guys, but they're so cheap. He's only 5'4". His price is plummeting because his scores are plummeting. But he's having a great year this year. He's due for a bounce-back game. Last time he played Minnesota, he got 34 fantasy points. What is he? Same price on FanDuel. So Dennis Schroeder, I forget. You gotta put like some fucking French or whatever, German, whatever accent on it to make it sound pronouncedly correct. All right, I don't give a fuck. So Dennis Schroeder, get him in there, guys. At 5'4", he can definitely get you a 30. Next up, Markelle Fultz. The Fultz at 5'9", especially if no Aaron Gordon. That's more shots to go around, and Fultz has been getting the start. I remember at the start of the season, he was like a 3K player, right? But he's getting the minutes right now. 32, 32, 40 minutes last 3 games. Sorry. Those are his points. His minutes have just been consistent 30s, guys. No history against Sacramento, which is fine. But he's been 32, 32, 40, 20, and a 23. So he's been on fire lately. He got that 40, then he got those 32-point games. But at 5'9", I think it's a pretty good matchup against Sacramento. I just think it's his type of play. You know, we got to see if Aaron Gordon's going to play too. If he is, I might be off of Fultz, guys, but we shall wait and see. Especially no DJ Augustine either. That just opens up more room. Fultz is on. If Augustine's out and Aaron Gordon's out, Fultz is a lock for me. Next up, I keep bringing him up, but you know what? Until he stops producing, I'm not going to stop. Darius Garland from Cleveland. I know I hate playing guys against the Lakers because the Lakers defense is so good, they shut everybody down. But this can't be denied. He's only 4'8". He's $100 less on FanDuel. 34, 33, and 28 in his last 3. And he gets damn near 40 minutes a game. So you're getting a guy who plays 40 minutes a game. And I'm not talking about no damn Snells or none of them people. No damn Hunters from fucking Atlanta. 4'8", $100 cheaper on FanDuel. 37, 41, 35 minutes in his last 3 games. 34, 33, 28 fantasy points. So 4'8". I love Garland, the way he's been playing, the way he's producing, and especially those minutes. So they're letting this kid run. They're trying to see what he has. And so far he hasn't disappointed. So get him in there at 4'8". Next up, also at 4'8", is Jarrett Culver. So he's starting to live into the hype now. He's starting to be very consistent. Minnesota's given him that backcourt basically. 32, 23, 37 fantasy points in his last 3 games. 30 minutes a game. Usage rate is between 20 to 24%. Projected to get 22 fantasy points. Projected to get 4.7 value times value. So I do like that. Culver is just one of those guys you can kind of count on to get you between 25 to 30 fantasy points. And at 4.8, you can't ask for much more than that. So let's go to shooting guard. Let's see what we got. See what we got. All right. Now, right here, this position for me is spread very thin. Not a lot of people really stood out to me. I mean, Derrick Rose is too damn expensive. 6'7" for someone that's coming off the bench. That's almost 7K, guys. I just don't see it. I do like Buddy Hield whenever he's cheap. And he's cheap right now. He's 6'3". He's $500 less on FanDuel. Against Orlando, great matchup for him. And at home, he plays better at home. Orlando's ranked 21st in the league against shooting guards. Minutes there, he gets the start, guys. He's just having an off year. His shots are eventually going to fall. All right. When he gets on those streaks, you guys know what I'm talking about. He'll bust out like against Orlando 2 games ago. Against Orlando, he got a 46. So he's due. I truly believe he's due because he's at a 28 and a 23 in his last two. So all of that means is he's going to get like a 50 burger. And I would not be surprised. All right. So at 6'3", Buddy Hield. I love that play. Probably my favorite shooting guard of the slate. Let's see. Who else do we got? Josh Hart. If he gets a start and that rhymes. I know I'm not trying to rhyme, guys. I'm not a rapper. I know I look like one. but no, I don't really. Josh Hart at 5'3", if he gets a start, just get him in there. I mean, you don't know what the fuck you're going to get with them, but it's a good matchup against Detroit. They just don't play no defense, especially Drummond. We'll get to Drummond in a bit, but I don't know if you guys noticed, but whenever a center goes up against him, he just goes off. But I can't explain it. But Josh Hart, if he starts at 5'3", get him in there. He's $900 cheaper on FanDuel, so very much more a FanDuel play. But 21, 33, 29. So, he'll get you between 20 to 30 fantasy points, but we're always looking for that 30-point play that we feel confident, right? We want to be confident that person's going to get you a 30. With Josh Hart, is that the case? Probably not. Probably not. But if we're desperate and we can afford to have one player get between 20 to 30 fantasy points in your roster, this is your man right here. All right. And that's it for shooting guard. Let's go to small forward. All right. So we got Brandon Ingram off the top, 8-1. Check this out. He's $1,000 more expensive on FanDuel. That's way too much for FanDuel. More of a DraftKings play at 8-1. 30, 51, 62. So he had a shit game last game. Let's face it. He did. It happens. He's human. But he has a good matchup against Detroit, just like fucking Hart. Last time he played Detroit, he got a 45, right? 30, 51, 62, 57. God, what a difference from last year with the Lakers, right? We were lucky if he'd get like 25 fantasy points. But he's found a home with New Orleans. So against Detroit, I ain't got to tell you about Brandon Ingram. Get him in there at 8-1 on DraftKings. Next up, Dano Gallinari coming back from injury. 30-point play right here, guys. 30-point player. Easily. I love these OKC guys because they're so cheap. So cheap against Minnesota. He's gotten a 41, a 49, a 21, and a 32. So 33, 48, 33, 32's last 5 games. So he missed that one game with injury with a tight calf or some shit like that. But Dano Gallinari at 6'4", sign me up. He's $300 less on FanDuel, guys. These more balanced lineups are going to get you a lot farther than these stars and scrubs. So these 6, 7, 8K players, guys, you fill out. Trust me. Trust me. We'll get into it. Next up, Gordon Hayward at 6'2". Like it. Do I love it? No. I would like it better if he was in the 5K range. He just hasn't been that consistent, guys. 34, 13, 32 in his last 3. Now, if I'm paying 6'2" for a guy, I want a guaranteed 30 fantasy point. Gordon Hayward can get you either a 20 or he can get you a 50, right? That's how he's been. This year, he's been good for a 30 every game, except for he had a 13 2 games ago. Other than that, 34, 13, 32, 32, 36. Against Chicago, last time he played him, he did have a 36. So I just don't like the price, but he's definitely in play at 6-2, guys. Let's see, who else do we got? We went over Trevor Ariza. How many times I got to tell you guys about Trevor Ariza? Get him in there. Sacramento's still short, especially down low. Ariza's only 4-4. He's $300 more on FanDuel. 33, 32, 36, 30-point club right here. You can get these 30-point club guys in the 4K range. You just got to know where to find them. Going up against Orlando, they're ranked 9th. So they're pretty tough. Excuse me. There we go. Pretty tough. This is a brand new couch, too. I don't have to take it back. 9th in the league, Orlando. So I don't know. I still think he gets 30 fantasy points at 4-4, guys, and that's a bargain. We'll take it until all them Sacramento guys get healthy. He's always going to be in play. Let's see, who else do we got? And that's it. So before we get into power forward, guys, let me show you how you can join the family. www.dfsclub.com, guys. This is where I live. This is where my family is. We are 3 providers in one. You got DFS Space. You got myself. You got the DFS Whispers. Guys, we give you every single sport. Everything. NBA, NFL. Cashed in NFL today. MLB. I can't wait for MLB. My record last season was, God, what was it? Someone reminded me, it was like 88%, something like that. It was crazy because MLB is so hard to cash in, but we did it. PGA is going right now. NHL's going. Tennis, NASCAR. I ain't got to tell you guys about my NHL. It cashes probably 5 to 6 days a week. Tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, MMA, WNBA, college sports. We got MMA coming up this weekend. Big card. Probably the biggest card of the year. Come join the family, guys. Click the join now button. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And all these plans here is all access. Nobody can touch these prices. Nobody can come close to touching them. And that's just for one sport. We give you every single sport. You can check us out with a 3-day pass, guys. We'd love to have you. Come join the family. This is what you get. You get a DFS education. You get a family. You get 500 people that got your back because it's a family atmosphere in there. We don't put up with no people, being jerks to each other like I've seen before with other providers that I've been with. I don't tolerate that. So it's a very pleasant atmosphere. Everybody's got each other's back because you know what? We all have the same goal. We all want to win, right? You get that. We cover every single site. DraftKings, Fanduel, Monkey Knife Fight, you name it, guys. I'm not going to go down the list because there's so many of them, but if there's a site, we have a channel for it. Bankroll management. We have a bankroll management, a whole channel devoted to that. We teach you how to manage your bankroll to be a successful DFS player. All right. Because that is the number one key to DFS. All right. 24/7 tips and advice by the DFS Club. I'm up all night. Space is up all morning. So it works out perfectly. We do pregame podcast, guys, members only. Pre-lock insight, which is the injuries, the news, the cheat sheets, guys. We got our cheat sheets up every single day. I just made a new one. I'm pretty proud of it. It looks pretty legit. So we've only been doing this August 1st. So we're new to the game, but we're doing it better than anybody else. That I guarantee you. All right. Here are your plans, guys. Shop around, try and beat it. If you can find anybody that can even come close to this, let me know. Let me know and I'll beat it. No problem. So check us out, www.dfsclub.com. Come join us, guys. We'd love to have you. All right. So with that said, let's go to power forward. Let's go. I'm feeling good about this slate. Look at me. I'm warming up my hands. I'm ready. Man, I'm wishing it was tomorrow already. So bonus, if he's healthy, he's pretty much matchup proof, guys. There's no Joel Embiid, so you ain't got to worry about him down low. So bonus should eat. He should eat. He is consistently getting 50 fantasy points a game, guys. If not, he's getting 48. So at 8-6, what is he? He's $300 cheaper on FanDuel. Get yourself some Sabonis and then just chill. That's what I always say. Put in Sabonis and just chill because you ain't got to worry about it. All right? Get him in there. Forget about it. Let's see. We went over Dano, Gordon Hayward. Ariza. Now, Markieff Morris is interesting to me. Very interesting. Only because he's 4-1, right? He's coming back from injury. Detroit's been kind of weird with their rotation, so we got to see if he gets a start or not. Even if he comes off the bench at 4-1, he's capable of getting you a 30. New Orleans sucks at defense against forwards, guys. So 3 out of the last 5 games against New Orleans, Markieff Morris has gotten 30 fantasy points or more. All right, so keep that in mind. He's very dirt cheap at 4-1. This is a gut play for me right here. 4-1. If he still has a minutes limitation, I would not play him, guys. Don't play him, but he will be very low owned. All right. He's projected to get 15.6 fantasy points as of now. That could change by tomorrow morning. So Markieff Morris, keep that in your back pocket. You might need that value. Because you know value is going to open up tomorrow. It's probably going to be shit value. And it'll screw you in the end. So let's go to center. Drummond. 10-3. $200 more on FanDuel. Now, Drummond's in a revenge narrative right here. He's in a revenge narrative against him damn self. He got his ass ejected last game. So, Drummond, come on, man. Come on, man. Stay in the game, please. Will you? Will you do your thing and just stay in the game? That'd be great. Thank God you were like 80% owned or you would have burned a lot of people. But 62 before that. Going up against New Orleans, who's gonna defend him down there? Jackson Hayes? I don't think so. So great spot. He's only 10-3, guys. Get Drummond in there in a revenge narrative against himself. All right. Next up, you got Vucevic at 8-3, a lot cheaper, safer, and cheaper, right? 8-3. He is $100 less on FanDuel. Going up against Sacramento. Again, another team that's very, very thin down low. Very thin. Bagley, no. So Vooch should eat at 8-3, guys. 44 and a 54 his last 2 against Sacramento. Last 3 games, 44 and a 50 and a 48. Usage percentage, he's in 33, 31, 22%. I ain't got to tell you about his minutes. The only way his minutes dip below 30 is if it's an absolute blowout. So Vucevic at 8-3 is definitely in play. Now, I absolutely love this next play right here. It's probably my favorite center play of the slate, guys. Hassan Whiteside against Charlotte. Portland is awful. Charlotte's pretty good, but they're not awful. So this should be a good matchup. Should be close. Charlotte is ranked 30th in the league against centers, guys. As if you need a reason to play Whiteside. Now, but the only thing is look at this on FanDuel. On FanDuel, he is $2,000 more. So more of a DraftKings play than FanDuel. I cannot believe that. That's crazy. $2,000 difference on FanDuel. 8-2. Again, Charlotte's ranked 30th in the league against centers, guys. It is Whiteside. Whiteside should get between, 55 to 60 fantasy points in this matchup. He's just on another level this year, guys. Another one. Don't get yourself thrown out of the game, and you'll be good. Hassan Whiteside at 8-2, guys. Just get him in there on DraftKings. Next up, Aquaman, Steven Adams. Going up against Minnesota. No Cat, right, that we know of. I don't think Cat's going to play. He's got to deal with Georgie. No big deal. $200 more on FanDuel. He's only 6'4", 29, 31, 42 in his last 3. However, last time he played Minnesota, he got a 51. That's right. He got a 51 last time against Minnesota, guys. OKC players, right? I know I'm just loving this team because they're cheap and what they're capable of. It's just not adding up. It's like DraftKings is begging us to play OKC players. I don't know what it is, but great matchups. They're cheap. Steven Adams, Aquaman, get him in there. Next up, with no Cat, Georgie, you can always go there at 6K, guys. Especially on FanDuel. He's $1,500 cheaper on FanDuel. So very much more a FanDuel play here. Get you between 29 to 50 fantasy points. That's what he does. All right. No real history against OKC except for backup minutes. So Georgie is interesting to me at 6K. Minnesota, 14th in the league against centers, and that's with Cat. So I don't know, guys. You can go to Enes Kanter. He's in a great matchup. I believe it's a revenge game against Chicago. 5-4. Last game he got a 48. Don't be playing with Enos Kanter this year. I'm telling you. He's getting ready for his WWE career because he said he wants to do that next. 23 minutes, he got 48 fantasy points last game. Against Chicago, look at his history against Chicago. 31, 21, and a 65. 65. They're ranked 26th in the league against centers, guys. Enos Kanter. I love this matchup. I love the price. He's $300 cheaper on FanDuel. Get him in there, guys. At 5'4", if you need some salary relief at center or utility position. Next up, if Favors is out, Jackson Hayes time it is again, guys, at 4'6", $300 cheaper on FanDuel. So only if Favors is out, only if Hayes is going to get the start. 28, 39, 39 in his last three. He's been balling out, guys. Even though he's been a little bit under 30 minutes a game. Usage rate is 24, 19, and 17%. He'll be going up against Drummond. Any center that goes up against Drummond has a really good fantasy point day. All right. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. It's Drummond, right? He's a big dude. He gets, 20 something rebounds a game, but centers just eat against him, guys. That's just how it is. So get Jackson Hayes in there at 4'6", especially if Favors is out. I haven't heard anything to the contrary, so you never know. And I think that's it, guys. That's going to do it for the video. Actually, we're going to get you guys a free lineup, but no Schroeder's picks tonight because Schroeder is out cold. Schroeder's taking the 9 off. I give him days off, guys. I don't take days off, but Schroeder gets his days off. So let's go get you guys a free lineup. We're going to hit the lineup optimizer here with Draft Dashboard. Now, with Draft Dashboard, you have this brand new feature here. It's called the cash option. So GPPs are tournaments, guys. We know that. Cash games are double ups, head to heads, 50-50s. Those are cash games. GBPs are fan. So cash games, basically, you're going with the field. The highest owned players of the slate, you're gonna want to put them in cash games, right? GPPs are more tournaments. You're taking a little bit more risk. So that's the difference. I get that question all the time, and people are afraid to ask. Don't worry about it. I got you. All right. All right. So what are we looking at here? What does Draft Dashboard have to say about the situation? So we got Ingram, Hart, Fox, Hayes, Gordon Hayward, Dano, Dennis Schroeder, CP3. This is a good one. This is a 30-point club match. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know about a takedown, but this will definitely cash. 30 points out of every single one of these people, except for Hart, maybe. Other than that, at least 30 points. Even Hayes, if no Favors is out. So, write that. Do what you want with the lineup, guys. You can pivot off of it. You can tweak it. If you're already a Draft Dashboard member, you already have access to it since I just saved it. So you guys can just pivot off it, do what you want. But there you go. Sponsored by the DFS Club, guys. Come join the family. www.dfsclub.com, the daily fantasy sports powerhouse. We'd love to have you guys. I just can't say enough about it. I started this back in April. And I was doing it for free all the way till August 1st. It just got so big, guys. This family it was getting to like 1,000 people. So, yeah, I'm just so proud. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I really appreciate you guys too. You guys are my family. You know that. Shout out to Space. Shout out to the DFS Whispers, all of them. And shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm just speechless by the amount of support you guys are giving me. The kind comments below. If you have any questions, leave them down below. All right, you can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is in the description. And that's going to do it. I'm just humbled by you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless your families. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Let's get that bread. Remember, don't take shit from nobody. I live and die by that. All right? So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.